So we had our interview last time.
Yeah.
Right? Earlier in the year. And then I think right afterwards, you called me about the America's Got Talent.
Yeah. I called you for advice and just had on some friendship. Just like, and
we had to talk about that.
Yeah.
And I actually told you.
I was about to say, Vlad, you told me I should stay.
No. That's not what I said. I said that you should have some conversations first.
Right.
I said that you should talk to, the parties that are involved.
Right.
And then make a decision.
Yeah, and I did that. I listened because I could have got hot-headed. I could have got on my super black man shit. And, I had Al Sharpton on speed dial. Like, Black Lives Matter. They was calling me like, what we got to do? And I was like, nah, that's not the smart way to do this. You know what I mean? Because then I don't want to pull the race card every time. Because I'm already on some pro-black, unapologetic African shit anyway. So I didn't want to play this wrong to where it was like, oh, he's doing this on purpose. He's race baiting this situation. When race was actually a small thing. And I took it all the way to the top. And
the top was what, the head of NBC?
Yeah. And we sat down and we talked, and I think we amicably split ways because I truly believe, especially once it had got out there the way that it did, because it came to me from left field. Whether I was on Howard Stern joking about it, or the things I was saying in my stand-up special, I was like, yo, I'm talking shit. I'm speaking real shit. And they felt like I wasn't painting NBC in the light way. And it all got down to, the line of, I said NBC stood for nigga be careful. And I was like, now whatever they felt about that, or whether I was referencing Bill Cosby about to buy NBC, or whether I was referencing like the two different, it was a joke talking about my demeanor. Like sometimes you see this Nick Cannon, sometimes you see the guy, with the three-piece suit and the shiny shoes on, and you got to know when and where to pull that card. In theory, all they heard was nigga and NBC and all this, like, and then they tried to approach like, well, if he's not happy, then why is he here? It's like, when ultimately the conversations that were being had is that we don't like what he's saying, therefore we're terminating his contract.
Okay.
And I was like, well, terminate that shit then. And they didn't expect that reaction. They were asking like, even before that, before the special and all that came out, I had the little meeting with some executives and my agents, and everybody's like, Nick, we really love you, and we believe you're a different kind of talent. You're a producer, you're a businessman, you're bringing it, but we just got to make sure we stay on the right path. Billy Bush is out there with Trump saying things. We don't want anything like that.
Oh, that was the same time?
Yeah, it was like right there. It was like, we don't want that to happen to you. I was like, that's not gonna happen to me. Like, you know why? Because everything that come out of my mouth, I stand by it, believe it, and say it. And if I said some shit on a tape, I'll say that shit in your fucking face. It's bottom line. Well, so therefore, that meeting didn't go the way that they wanted it to go. Yeah. He's like, because the turban thing. Explain it to us. Why? Why do I need to explain it to you? I talk about it everywhere else. I explain it to you that I believe it's my sovereignty. It's something that comes from our culture that's beyond this from the original man, and that I represent something more powerful than this was sitting right in front of me. But we ain't got to talk about that right now. If you want to call it a fashion statement, like, we had those conversations, and they see me fast talking and all of that, and that's kind of, I feel like those were the first couple of red flags that is like, okay, we don't control him. And if we don't control him, then maybe money can control him. And it's like, nah, fuck that. You don't control me, and that's the bottom line. And in every situation I'm in, therefore, I'm never going to let someone control me.
Right, because the word was that you walked away from a $10 million a year.
Yeah, I mean, like, it was
it was big.
It was up there. It's like, because obviously it was for multiple years, so it was even more than that at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Like, but it's like, whether it was 20, 30, whatever, it's like, I was signed up to be on America's Got Talent for a very long time, and because I had been on it for 8 years already, I was the highest paid host on NBC, and it's like, me and Ryan are the only ones that got to that level of being paid, crazy money to host. But I was like, fuck that money. Like, I believe in myself. I'm bigger than this job. So you can have that. I'll make that money and more next year.
Yeah, I think that's what people don't realize, that when you have a certain amount of money, you start making better decisions.
Exactly. You start seeking within.
Yeah.
Because we all on a paper chase.
Yeah. I turned down 30,000 for an interview once.
Right, right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because the dude just wasn't, he was trying to buy his way on.
Yeah.
And I said, well, my brand is worth more than 30,000.
Right.
So that sounds crazy to someone who's making
Then
30,000 a
like,
year.
Yo, you make 30,000 in an hour, Vlad.
Yeah,
Get
an
to
hour.
it.
Yeah. But it was like, there's a bigger story here.
Yeah.
And it's going to hurt the brand long term.
Exactly.
So I'm going to give it out.
That's like, I don't do things for money anymore.
Yeah.
Now, 10 years ago, that Nick Cannon would have did anything for money. And I don't say I love money. I love having money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if I could get it, I'm all about it. You know what I mean? But I don't have a love for the currency. Because to me, character is the true currency. You know, character is worth way more than money. And you can't buy me. And I'm blessed enough to be in that position. I could provide for so many others, give to so many charities. Like, it just builds you up as a spirit. So I'm blessed enough to be in a position. I've done everything I've ever wanted to do in my life. I've been a part of whatever. So there's nothing you could tell me that's going to make me alter my beliefs.
So at this point, you're gone.
Yeah.
America's Got Talent. Who replaced you?
Tyra Banks.
Tyra Banks. Okay.
Her fine ass.
Okay.
I love Tyra.
How's she doing on the show?
I haven't seen the show,
Oh, yeah,
but
I've
I
seen
hear
the show.
she's doing great.
Has it aired?
Yeah.
Okay.
She did a full season and stuff. So.
Okay, well.
But like we hang out. Like I was like, well played, NBC. Well played. Cause I was hearing like they was gonna go after, like couldn't no black man come after me, cause then they would have just looked like a straight coon. You know what I mean? And then if they would have went a white person or even another, then it was like, oh, see, it was a racial thing. You know what I mean?
With a black female.
Yeah, they went with a black woman. Well played, NBC.
Well, I interviewed Lavelle Crawford earlier in the year.
I hope I don't get. I'll probably get in trouble. Whatever. Fuck NBC. I'm gonna just tell you just like this. NBC will try to control the fuck out. They still think they're a powerhouse, really, but they evil on some aspects. And I say that, not trying to start no shit. I was on Last Common Standing. I appreciate what they did for me. I thank it, but they try to control everything.
Goddamn right.
You co-signed that, huh?
Nah, I mean, it's like, again, it's not fuck NBC. It's fuck the system. Because they operate within this system. And that's what we got to talk about. Like, this system was not designed for us. And again, it goes into that idea of there's systemic issues and systemic platforms that were set up by, these very, very powerful white men from back in the day and said, this is how it's going to operate. And luckily, because of our power, we've been able to finesse and figure a few things out. But that system ain't changing. You just got to know how to operate within the system.